I'm going to teach you the fastest way to get invited inside after you do your roof inspection. If you've ever been stuck on that front porch and not getting to the kitchen table, even when you find that money shot on your roof inspection, then this video is for you, because I'll be teaching you a very simple and powerful phrase that can unlock an all new level of roofing sales for you. Listen, I got into this in 2011 and I was in door-to-door sales. I filled every position. And now I'm working with companies in 43 states and Canada, literally serving thousands of people each and every day. I've seen it all, I've been through it all, and my mission with this channel is to help you bypass all of the expensive, painful, and demoralizing mistakes that I made so you can be incredibly successful and make more money than you ever dreamed possible. So what I'm going to do in this video is share with you a few things. Number one, the psychology that a homeowner has in their mind, what's going through their mind when they answer the door. Number two, we're going to cover some of the most common mistakes that people make. And then number three, I'm going to share with you this really powerful phrase that's going to help, again, unlock an entirely new level of roofing sales. So welcome or welcome back. Adam Bensman here, and let's rock and roll. Now, first, let's talk the psychology of a homeowner when you knock on their door. What's in their mind as they're coming to greet you? Now, close your eyes for a minute and think that it's like 7 o'clock at night. You've had a really long day and you just want to chill out. And then all of a sudden you sit down, you're ready to unwind. You're with your spouse or significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, maybe even your kids. And then you hear the sound on the door. Rap, 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 rap. You know, we all have our little unique door knock, don't we? I'm guessing you do. Let me know about that one. And then there's two questions that go through your mind, right? You're sitting there and you hear those sounds and you look at each other. You're like, are you expecting anyone? No. Are you expecting anyone? No. Who the heck is it? What do they want? Those are the two questions. Who the heck is it? What do they want? So out of the gate, we know that your homeowner is showing up to the door with their guard up. It's like, I don't trust this person. And remember that you're wearing a shirt that says, I sell roofs. It's funny because you are. Like, all roofing logos look the same to a homeowner upon first impression. It says, I sell roofs. And remember that you are there doing a roof inspection, coming down and likely going to say, hey, your roof's messed up. You need to buy a new one for me today. Like, does this add to trust or kill trust, right? It kills trust. So this brings me to number two, the mistakes that are made. There's a handful of these mistakes, and I'm just going to run through them. Some are bigger than others. Mistake number one is trying to pitch while you're standing on the front porch. That's not where deals are made. People want to be in a comfortable position where they feel like they're in control. And if you're at their front door trying to pitch them a roof, that's not the place. Like, I know you may have signed deals there. Let me know in the comments if you've signed deals in this way or if it's been harder, because my guess is for most people, it's a lot harder. Homeowners aren't in a buying environment. And that's why, like, when you go to a fancy car dealership, they create an environment where people want to buy things. So our job is to get the homeowner into an environment where they're comfortable and ready to buy things. And that's at the kitchen table or somewhere like the kitchen table. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to solve for that mistake, but we're also going to solve for another mistake, which is that people are trying to invite themselves in the house. And I even heard some silly stuff that people said to me once. They're like, oh, I just asked to use the bathroom. And I kind of chuckled. I'm like, first, it's creative, bonus points for creativity. But I'd love to hear, like, what's the kind of silly stuff that you've done trying to get in the kitchen table? Is it inviting yourself inside? Have you said silly things? Like, I don't know. One dude's like, oh, if I can get in and use the bathroom, I'll close the deal. I'm like, good for you, but I want to find a more effective way to do this myself. And that's what I'll be teaching you. And then the other thing that I just want to add is this is going to work for you whether you're doing your inspections by ladder and using your phone to take photos and videos, which, let's be real, is very quickly becoming obsolete. And within the next 12 months of publishing this video, most of the people in my community that I've surveyed have predicted the next 12 months, drone inspections are going to become standard. So it's going to work whether you're using drones or your phone and whatever it is you're taking pictures with, because you have a screen that you need to show people. Now that we know these mistakes of, again, trying to pitch at the front step or at the porch, or number two, trying to invite yourself inside, we're going to solve for that. And here's what we're going to do. This is a really powerful phrase, okay? It'll work really well on a crazy sunny day like it is today. So when I get down from the roof, but wait, one last thing. Have you ever had the guy that said yes to the roof inspection, but then follows you around? So he walks out and watches you set up the ladder, and then you're up on the roof. and then you're doing your roof inspection and maybe you're on the back slope and you turn over your shoulder like, oh my gosh, he's still here. And then like a trained Labrador retriever, he is at the ladder. Like when you come down, he is standing there. He's ready to pounce. And he seems to always ask this one question, you know that question? What'd you find? So that guy in that situation, he's not going to be that receptive when he already didn't trust you. He already thought, who is this? What do they want? Then he didn't trust you. He follows you around and you come down and you're about to show all these photos and pitch to him standing at the base of a ladder expecting to close a deal. And it is just not going to happen. So no matter what the scenario, this thing's going to work. All right. You're going to have your device, whether it's your phone or a tablet, to show your drone pictures. And you're going to say to the homeowner, Mr. Homeowner or Mrs. Homeowner, where's a good spot for us to sit down out of the sun so you're comfortable and you can see my screen and we can go through everything? It is stupid easy. You can even make it about the weather, the heat, the cold. But what will happen is something magical. But I want to explain the psychology of why. See, there are two people in conversation. Person number one is the one asking the questions. Person number two is the one answering the questions. So who is in control? Is it the person asking the question or the person answering the question? Yeah, the one in control is actually the person asking the questions. But who is the person that feels like they're in control? That's the person answering the questions. So when we ask the question, where's a good spot for us to get out of the sun so you can see my screen and be comfortable while we go through everything? Now that homeowner, they feel like they're in control. And what they're about to do is invite you to the place where they are ready to make a buying decision. And yes, it is often the kitchen table, but sometimes it's not. And I want to hear from you. Where's the weirdest place you ever closed a deal? Drop a comment and share that one with me, because I have had folks say, I won't close a deal. I won't buy from you unless you have a beer with me, which, by the way, I do not endorse doing that. You shouldn't be drinking on the job. I have had people say, hey, can we sit in your truck? And I'll tell you, the first time that happened, I ended up scrambling to clean my truck out. I had a Siberian Husky at the time. It was a mess, but I got in that truck and I closed the deal. I've had people invite me in the garage. I've had them have me sit under a tree in the shade, somewhere else on the front porch, the back patio. It doesn't matter. Now, I know that we say, and I just said to start this video, that deals are made at the kitchen table, but it is important to note that there are times that people can't invite you inside. Number one, if it's a stay-at-home mom, they may not want a stranger in the house. That's okay. And it can be a stay-at-home dad. It doesn't matter. The other situation is, what if they have a newborn who's sleeping? They don't want to invite you in the house. What if they're working from home and they're in a Zoom meeting? And if you run the risk of trying to invite yourself inside, say, hey, can we go in and sit down? There are many people who, I'm from the Midwest, so I can say this, that are Midwest nice, and they're just gonna say, yes, you can come in, but instantly they're gonna have instant regret, be like, oh my gosh, I just said yes, this person's a complete stranger, I don't know who they are, the baby is sleeping, my husband's at work, I gotta get them out of the house, they're not listening, and they cannot wait for you to leave. And that's why it is so powerful to ask the question, where's a good spot for us to sit down out of the sun so you can see my screen, be comfortable, we'll go through everything. And again, the homeowner's in control, they're gonna mark the position that's comfortable for them, and then at that point, you're gonna use the absolute magic sauce for them to take ownership of that damage. And instead of you saying the roof is damaged, they're gonna be the ones that say the roof is damaged. And I'll teach you how to do that in this next video. Share this one with your team right now. They're gonna thank you for it. Jump into this video. I'll see you in the next one.